be phenomenal. At stake here.
Surround them, destroy that player. The European powerhouse forcing their way past 50 points. And now we have to find out if it's going to end here, if it's going to end now, or if we're going to keep this thing rolling. Copper box here in London. Let's get this thing going as we head into our next match.
We want to see as much matches as possible. We want as much action on our screens as possible. But of course, we have 4 teams who want to end it here. They want to end it now. NRG, Ascend, Exet, TSM all have the opportunity to hoist that trophy above their heads at the end of today.
But look at the line of sight that's still available. Ascend in the mud here.
Ascend just desperately trying to get back up, punching Kashira and Lufka into a position where maybe the revive can happen. They're actually the most Eastern team we have out of our match point squads, because we heard TSM's listening. This is going east. We're going to have to move. It's the same for Exet, but Ascend, they've lost their main man. They've lost Kashira, so post-kill, Lufka are going to have to go as a 2 unless they can deliver that banner to the beacon.
Going to be very, very tough to do with how this lobby is playing out at the moment. Dreamfire thinking about going fishing. Can't quite hook them though, unfortunately. A little bit of damage being done by that Sentinel. Well, not enough to really capitalize on, and certainly not enough to drop from this high ground position they find themselves in. Here is the massive play though. This could be a huge influence on this lobby. If NRG can find somewhere to play, if they can land and reset here, then NRG are involved in this endgame. But look at the shots that are coming in. But NRG are threading the needle here. They want to try and play underneath.
And look where they're going. TSM are here, Exeter are here. 3 of our match point teams all in this same building right now.
And you can see how TSM earlier on were prioritizing trying to take the team down that was underneath. They know this is a dangerous position for any squad to be in. Exet will know that as well. We have 3 of our match point teams stood on top of each other right now.
Ascend are not far away, that has to be said, and you can see TSM, they're peaking this. They are threatened by this new arrival into their household. They say we need to be forcing them away, but NRG also getting griefed by Ascend.
NRG trying to reset desperately. But playing underneath here, even though you've got some cover, it's not great geometry to work behind. You've got the pillars, you've got some rock formations, and of course you've got the wall and the roof above you to shield you, but teams rotating in late, like LG, moving uphill, like the guard, they can damage you. There's so many angles you have to be aware of.
I cannot state enough just how impressive a victory would be from any of these match point teams from this position that they find themselves in. It is a very difficult rotation if this pulls east. We've got Alliance over there, you've got Fun over there, you've got LG already over there. So you have to work so hard, as now TSM are going to have to take a potential fight in the doorway, but it looks like the other team backs off. Meanwhile, NRG are down to 2.
NRG down to 2, and it's Fnatic who are having an influence now. Fnatic are jumping on them. Gilderson's down as well. It's all up to Nathan, who's got a Peacekeeper, but NRG are out!
4 becomes 3. As maybe another match on the horizon, but still an opportunity for one of these guys, one of these teams to be able to bust out. TSM are still holding a solid position, waiting for that next zone, waiting for that information.
TSM gonna peek at the low ground once more, trying to just harass that team underneath. Expend those resources, get those shield cells popped to make sure when a fight breaks out, they're not gonna be able to reset comfortably. TSM are playing this to a T at the moment.
Ascend have got Kashira back on his feet.
Back.
We talk about important moments, we talk about IGLs. Kashira is now back in the fray. Ascend very much still with an opportune moment to win this game. I would argue that they are the furthest east out of these squads, but now Lufka will fall.
Phoenix King gonna be popped. Ascend. The amount of teams stacked up is a problem here. Kashira's gonna have to slide out of the way. These grenades just about manages to do so. Now it all falls up to post-kill. We've already seen Ascend somehow or other managed to get back into a position where they can play this game out to the end, but it's not looking good at the moment for them.
Ascend are usually so good at finding these kind of nooks and crannies where they set up with Watson fences as the circle again does shift east. It is going to shift away from TSM, away from Exet, and Ascend, as long as they can still stay healthy as a 2, it's still very possible because TSM, Exet, and every other team that was in that building we saw earlier are going to have to leave at essentially the same time.
Onyx in a great position though. They will be in the one part of the building that stays within that zone. There's going to be so many important fights that break out in around 60 seconds time or so. Everyone, like you say, has to leave that building, has to leave the natural cover and engage to see if they can get some space to play from.
Speaking of Onyx, they have also crossed the match point threshold. We now have 7 teams on match point if we get to next game. Exet though, they are under fire. They are in a lot of trouble here.
Knockdown shield being used here. Sykes has got that one up to try and keep Nocturnal and Fun alive. Fun's trying to hold the line at the moment while Nocturnal is going to be in position to pop that Barry. Exit come back out and say, good morning, we want to take you down. Nocturnal with the spray does a huge amount of damage.
So much damage. Back into the smoke. Will be able to get a sell-off. He's done enough damage to push the other team back. And now they're going to try and get the res here. Exit, they're still alive, but no!
Oh. The gravitational lift, you can see it from Horizon. TSM have been waiting to pounce, and now they want to try and clean up this KP, take the roof, and TSM do exactly that.
TSM had their ears to the wall. More importantly, they had reps on the heartbeat sensor. They were waiting for that moment to be able to full send it to take the top of this building. But in 3 seconds, everyone's got to go. Everyone's got to go east. And remember, Ascend are still there in that zone. As a LG, as a Alliance, there are a lot of teams that can ruin the day here for TSM.
The important thing here for TSM is they've cleared this side. You can see Fnatic down on the low ground. Ascend somehow, once again, like a phoenix from the ashes, have 3 players back on their feet and a wonderful position now with this zone.
So many times in regular season, we've seen Ascend win games like this, where they get the fences up, where they hold position, where they hold as much area. But now, TSM, they're making their move.
This is a ballsy play from TSM. They want to try and take the height. They want to try and force Onyx away. They want to claim the building as their own. That's going to take so much damage, though. But here comes Hao. Hao takes down Gambari Otasan. Fun 1, 2, 3 eliminated as well, and all of TSM are still healthy here.
TSM take the height, they take the east side, and they are good for now, and they can ruin everyone else's day from this high ground. Moist Esports eliminated, and suddenly it's 10 squads, but TSM currently on top, but that zone is still pulling away from them.
TSM need to not just think about kills, but need to think about surviving, and Ascend now, they're surviving as well. Exit have been eliminated.
It was Ascend who did the job as well. It was one of our match point teams onto another. That means we're left with TSM. We're left with an Ascend, but we've still got 6 other squads who can win this game.
TSM just trying to influence all of these fights, and once again in that kill feed, you have Ascend players going down. Now, the Valkyrie ultimate, the Skyward dive, has been a flip of the coin sometimes for TSM. On match point, on the biggest stage of them all, will they find somewhere to play? The answer is yes.
They find a spot, and now they're griefing. They want to take the prime position here. They know Northeast is where you've got to go here. Smokes are down, but they've got the Digi-threats.
Digi-threats. Perfect to see through those smokes. Like you say, Reps picks up one, Verholz picks up another, and TSM are looking hungry for it right now. LG, you are gone.
TSM want to finish this one as well. They can get all the shield swaps they want. They can get all of the ammo in the world, and arguably in one of the best positions now. But Ascend are still alive on that northwest side, as we still have 7 squads remaining.
The only team in the zone outside of Alliance who are down numbers is TSM. TSM are set up for success, and you made such a great point. Taking that fight, they're going to have armor swaps available. They're going to be able to stay healthy for longer. This game could well be TSM's.
It very well could be an Ascend versus TSM finish, depending on how Ascend rotate, but Fnatic, they take to the sky. They could be big party poopers onto TSM here. They could very much drop, try and take this northeast side. TSM are going to have to hold their ground.
Alliance eliminated in the meantime. Fnatic land, but only 2 of them have their feet touch the floor. TSM under duress, House taking damage. The Black Hole's gonna go down. He's desperate to get down to his long-time duo in Reps, and just about manages to do so.
TSM holding on, they're into the top 5. Guard eliminated. Remember, Ascend are still alive. SSG and Dreamfire are fighting, and Dreamfire have gone down. Fnatic are weak. This could be Ascend versus TSM.
What a moment this is. Reps goes in, should be able to get the shield swap as well. 3 squads remaining. 1 of them is Ascend, 1 Fnatic and 1 TSM. Fnatic eliminated. It is a shootout to become the champions here in London between TSM and Ascend. Charge rifle shots hit. Who has the utility available? Reps, you saw the Seer. He has the exhibit available as well. He can get that down to get the wall hacks out. That's going to give TSM an advantage, but the last thing you want to do here, Dan, is be the first to be knocked.
Have they been tracking the kill feed? Do they know they are going up against another team on match point? Whoever wins here wins this tournament. Post-kill, trying to take an angle, trying to get an area where he can put down suppressing fire to allow Kashira and the rest to get out.
Ascend have got to make the play here. Do they have the EMP available? Is that what they're going to use to try and push from? It does not get more intense than this. Match point leaves us with two teams as Kashera makes the play. Kashera for Europe gets the shots in, but no shield break as now the fight goes down.
So important that you get the damage here, and it's done!
TSM up in the skies. House goes down from the heavens. London belongs to TSM.
We asked the question, are championships given or are they taken? One team has answered that question unequivocally. Your most winningest team in the history of the ALGS. London, make some noise for your champions of the Split 1 playoffs, TSM.